Two of the most iconic figures in music, Jay-Z and Sean Diddy Combs, are now at the center of a lawsuit that's raising eyebrows and sparking conversations everywhere.
I'm not a lawyer, but one of the lawsuits that was previously filed against Diddy has been updated and it now includes Sean Carter, aka Jay-Z, aka Beyonce's husband. You know I read the lawsuit, so let me give you a recap of what is being alleged in this one. So the lawsuit was filed by an Alabama woman who says that when she was 13 years old, Sean Combs and Sean Carter drugged and raped her at an after party following the 2000 Video Music Awards. The plaintiff, who was going by Jane Doe in this lawsuit, alleges that sometime around September 7th in the year 2000, when she was just 13 years old, she got dropped off near the Radio Music Hall because she wanted to attend the VMAs. So she wasn't having much luck getting into the award show, so she started speaking with some of the limo drivers who were parked around the area. One of the drivers tells her that he actually works for Diddy, and according to the lawsuit, he tells her that Diddy likes young girls and that she fits what he was looking for. Ciao. So this driver and this 13-year-old child arranged for her to be picked up by the driver after the show and taken to an after party that Diddy was going to be attending. So everything goes as planned. The driver picks her up. And according to the lawsuit, when she arrives to this after party, she signs what she now believes to be an NDA. And according to her, there was widespread use of things to get you intoxicated. And after accepting a drink herself, the plaintiff, who again was 13 at the time, quote, began to feel woozy and lightheaded. The plaintiff goes on to say that she goes into a room, and soon after entering into this room, Sean Combs, aka Diddy, enters the room along with defendant Sean Carter, aka Jay-Z, and a female celebrity who the lawsuit is noting as Celebrity B.
The allegations, serious, shocking, and undeniably headline-worthy. Here's what we know so far. A civil lawsuit has been filed in the Southern District of New York. It alleges that during an MTV Video Music Awards after-party back in the year 2000, an incident took place involving a 13-year-old girl. The claims made in the suit are both startling and deeply serious, with accusations of inappropriate conduct and harm caused to the plaintiff. Now, to be absolutely clear, this is not a criminal case. These are allegations filed in a civil court. That distinction is critical as we proceed through this story. Both Jay-Z and Sean Combs have denied the accusations, but this lawsuit is sparking a firestorm of questions. What really happened at that party over 2 decades ago? What does this mean for the legacies of these two industry titans? And most importantly, where does the legal system take it from here? We'll delve into every facet of this unfolding story, from the details of the lawsuit itself to the statements from all sides involved. But this is just the beginning. Stay with us as we unravel the first major question. What exactly are the allegations being made in this lawsuit? Let's get into it.
While these men are criminals and absolutely deserve to be persecuted to the full extent of the law, I do feel like it is strategically being done in order to break the black spirit 100%. People have known about these crimes for years. People have allowed them to take place. And you mean to tell me that in the same year, back to back to back to back to back, we have seen these beacons of black economic prosperity, capitalists, wealthy black men specifically, being taken down, tarred and feathered in the media? I would liken it to a psychological Tulsa riot, the bombing of Black Wall Street. I do not believe Jay-Z is innocent of anything he's accused of, to be honest. This is a man that has proudly talked about his crimes on wax. Him calling himself like a young black man, like, sir, you're 55. Like, that's the issue. You think you're still, it's okay. You have 2 albums with R. Kelly. You were doing studio sessions with R. Kelly. We know what happened in those studio sessions. You know what I mean? You worked with someone that abused Aaliyah. You were trying to get with Aaliyah. That was supposed to be like at least a mutual friend and a young lady. But you don't care about women. You take advantage of them. You use them to advance your station in life and your social position. It's all about positionality and adjacencies with Jay-Z. He's very intelligent, but he's very wicked. Bianca, Tina, Solange, Aaliyah, Emil, Foxy Brown. I would even say Little Kim to a certain extent. Blue Ivy. All of these women in your life you have manipulated and positioned to shield and protect you, much like how Diddy does with the women in his life. Even mentioning them in your letter was very suspicious to me, because I'm like, why are you even talking about your wife and your daughter and bringing up children in a case where you have abused children? That wasn't very smart to me.
Now, let's dig into the core of this lawsuit, the allegations themselves. According to the civil complaint filed in the Southern District of New York, the plaintiff, who remains unnamed for privacy reasons, claims that she was just 13 years old at the time of the alleged incident. The lawsuit states that this took place at an exclusive after-party following the MTV Video Music Awards in the year 2000. The plaintiff alleges that she was invited to the event and once there was given substances that impaired her ability to make decisions. She claims that she was then subjected to inappropriate and harmful behavior by both Jay-Z and Sean Diddy Combs. The lawsuit describes this as a traumatic and life-altering experience that has had lasting effects. It's important to note that these are allegations, claims that have not yet been proven or tested in court. This is a civil case, which means the burden of proof differs from a criminal trial. The plaintiff's legal team is seeking damages, emphasizing the need for accountability and justice. The filing of this lawsuit raises questions about how such serious accusations from over 2 decades ago will be handled in today's legal system. The timing, the details, and the individuals involved make this a case that's capturing attention worldwide.
Attorney Tony Buzbee has responded to Jay-Z denying the allegations, stating that he will not be bullied or intimidated and he is not going to back down. Tony is claiming that Jay-Z and his team have been threatening and harassing Tony and his family, as well as following them home. Tony is also stating that the alleged victim never demanded any money, but that she was only seeking a confidential mediation. Tony said that not only has Jay-Z sued him, but he has also bullied and harassed him as well as the plaintiff, an attempt to silence her, but that it has only had the reverse effect and that his client refuses to be silenced. He's also claiming that Jay-Z and his team have aggressively attempted to harass his kids and reach out to his former clients and encouraging them to sue Tony. He's also claiming that his employees have been harassed and Jay-Z has had people allegedly come to his employees' homes and threaten them. Tony said in regards to the filings, well, that'll speak for itself in court and not in the media.
But how are Jay-Z and Sean Combs responding to these allegations? Both have publicly denied any wrongdoing, and their statements add a new layer of complexity to this story. Coming up, we'll examine what Jay-Z has said in response and why he's calling this lawsuit a blackmail attempt. Stay tuned. Now that we've covered the details of the allegations, let's turn to Jay-Z's response to this lawsuit. The hip-hop mogul has come out strongly, categorically denying any involvement in the alleged incident. His legal team has labeled the claims as baseless and even described the lawsuit as a blackmail attempt orchestrated by the plaintiff's attorney, Tony Buzbee. Jay-Z, known for his business acumen and careful public image, has taken a bold stance. He has publicly stated that if such serious accusations were true, they should be pursued through criminal charges, not a civil suit seeking monetary damages.
We have some more breaking news about the accusations against Jay-Z. Now, obviously, Jay-Z is vehemently denying this, and his full statement is too long to read, so I'll post it up for you to read it here in a second, but there are a couple things that you guys need to know first. Now, the first thing I need to let you know is that if you remember very similar accusations against Diddy back in October, it is because it's the same lawsuit. It's just now amended, instead of it being Celebrity A and Celebrity B, to Jay-Z being Celebrity A. Now, as far as Celebrity B, a name has not been released, but we do know that the person was female. I would love to hear y'all's guesses on who you think it is. Now, as for the amended suit, here's what it says, and trigger warning on this one. Now, according to the lawsuit, upon arrival, the girl was asked to sign an NDA and then given a drink. By now, you know that that drink was laced. She then claims that Diddy approached her with what she's calling a crazed look in his eyes and told her, "Now you're ready to party." The suit states that the plaintiff was held down by Carter as he AR'd her while Combs and Celebrity B watched. After Carter finished, he stepped back toward the wall. Combs then stepped forward and AR'd plaintiff while Carter and Celebrity B watched. Now, I'll move out of the way so you can pause to read, but this was Jay-Z's statement. He posted on X through Rock Nation, which is a company that he owns. Lastly, if you don't already, make sure to hit that follow button so you don't miss any of these crucial updates. Spread the word and drop your thoughts in the comments because I always love to know what you guys think.
This position not only denies the allegations, but also questions the motives behind the lawsuit itself. His response has been firm and direct, with his legal team calling for a fair and thorough examination of the claims in court. Jay-Z's camp has also emphasized the importance of relying on facts rather than speculation, urging the public not to jump to conclusions as the legal process unfolds. For an artist and businessman of Jay-Z's stature, this case carries significant implications. With a decades-long career built on his talent talent and entrepreneurial ventures. These allegations could cast a shadow over his otherwise pristine legacy if not addressed effectively. The rapper's strong denial sets the stage for a high-stakes legal battle, and his demand for criminal investigations into serious accusations sends a clear message about his confidence in his innocence.
It says, have you seen Jay-Z's statement? He countersued her. Now, in this, what I actually found where it says, I will not give you one red penny in his statement, I did not see that he countersued her, but I will let you read on here. So in this article, it says the quote from Jay-Z is, my lawyer received a blackmail attempt called a demand letter from a lawyer named Tony Buzbee, right? And what he had calculated was the nature of these allegations and the public scrutiny would make me want to settle. No, sir, it had the opposite effect. It made me want to expose you for the fraud you are in a very public fashion. So no, I will not give you one red penny. The accused, identified only as Jane Doe, said the alleged assault happened after the MTV Video Music Awards at an after party, and the allegations are so heinous that he implores the attorney to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. Now, somebody mentioned earlier, what is the statute of limitations for a criminal complaint? And I have no idea because this is an actual civil complaint. So if any lawyer is out there and knows the statute of limitations for a 2000, from the year 2000 incident, can it be filed now? Is it part of that whole the law that was passed that allowed people to file these complaints, but I believe they were all in a civil matter, not in a criminal matter. So maybe he's using this, if it's that heinous, file a criminal complaint knowing that the statute of limitations has already passed, and so it wouldn't even matter. I'm not sure. I'm not a lawyer. So if you are a lawyer, please weigh in the comments, because maybe he has a point here. Maybe the statute hasn't passed. But then it says, whomever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. Would you not agree? These alleged victims would deserve real justice if that were the case. Going on to say, my only heartbreak is for my family. My wife and I will have to sit our children down, one of whom is at the age where her friends will surely see the press and ask questions about the nature of these claims and explain the cruelty and greed of people. I mourn yet another loss of innocence. Children should not have to endure such at their young age. It is unfair to have to try to explain inexplicable degrees of malice meant to destroy families and human spirit. And then it's listed Rock Nation, which I don't know why it wouldn't just be listed as Jay-Z or Sean Carter. I'm not sure why that would be there. But he ends the statement basically saying that the lawyer who is bringing this made a terrible error in judgment thinking. Now, it goes on to say, we don't play these types of games. We have very strict codes of honor. We protect children. You seem to exploit people for personal gain. Only your network of conspiracy theorists, fake physics, will believe these idiotic claims you have levied against me. If not for the seriousness surrounding harm to kids, it would be laughable. I look forward to showing you just how different I am. So there's a lot said here about the heinousness of these allegations. There's also a lot of, you made an error of judgment, you shouldn't have done that, kind of like you've met your match with the lawyers that he's kind of identifying here. But I don't know if the statute of limitations has passed, and maybe that's why it's only being brought as a civil complaint, or if they haven't passed and if this needs to be brought as a civil complaint. I think with such a quick statement, it was already ready to go. And with it already being ready to go, I think that there was a lot of effort put into this, and I wonder, unless this was a misprint, why it was signed Rock Nation instead of by Jay-Z or by Sean Carter.
Both men maintain their innocence, and their responses set the stage for a contentious legal battle. But what about the attorney representing the plaintiff? Tony Buzbee's involvement in this case adds another layer to the story. Who is he, and what is his strategy? Let's explore his role next. Stay tuned. At the center of this legal storm is Tony Buzbee, the attorney representing the plaintiff. A seasoned and high-profile lawyer, Buzbee is no stranger to taking on major cases with national attention. He has described this lawsuit as a necessary step to seek justice for his client, who he says has been living with the trauma of the alleged incident for over 2 decades. In his statements, Buzbee has emphasized the gravity of the claims, asserting that the lawsuit speaks for itself.
Tony Buzbee, the lawyer that's doing all the Diddy lawsuits, just got sued by a prominent figure. They're trying to make everybody believe it's Kevin Hart. But the funny thing is, the lawsuit that's suing Tony Buzbee,
Mhm.
Spiro is a partner, and Alex Spiro is Jay-Z's personal lawyer.
Oh, so it's probably Jay-Z then that's doing the suing.
Of course, they'd use Kevin's name,
Wag
but
the
it
dog.
ain't Kevin. Why is Alex Spiro popping up everywhere?
What do you think is going on in Hollywood right now? What are you hearing? Because I'm hearing
Mass panic. Mass
everyone-
panic.
So because no one's talking publicly.
No, they
But
can't.
behind-
That's why they came up with the story. Well, there's a party inside the Diddy party, and I went to the first party, but I left early. I never made it to Diddy After Dark. There were public relations teams right after Diddy got arrested running around telling everyone to say that.
Of course.
The question is this. If all you went to was the first party and you didn't know anything about the After Dark, why would you say, I left early? Why wouldn't you just say you left when the party ended?
Exactly.
Because how would you know
That
there
the-
was another party
Exactly.
if you weren't informed?
Exactly.
If you went to the Diddy party and nothing happened and it was the first party, your speech wouldn't be, oh, well, I only went to the first party. I
Right.
didn't go to the after party. You wouldn't say that because you wouldn't have known about
Exactly.
it. You would say, I don't know what anybody's talking about. I went to Diddy's party. It was a white party. It was dancing. It was wild. But at the end, we all went home.
Right.
That's not what y'all are saying.
Nope.
You're saying, I didn't go to the second party. I only went to the first.
He has made it clear that the case will be litigated in court, not in the public eye, despite the widespread media coverage. For Buzbee, this is about holding powerful individuals accountable, regardless of their celebrity status. The decision to file this as a civil case rather than pursue criminal charges has drawn attention, with critics questioning the strategy. Buzbee, however, has maintained that the legal system allows for multiple avenues to address harm, and that a civil lawsuit provides a platform for his client to tell her story and seek compensation for the alleged damages. Buzbee's reputation as a relentless litigator adds weight to this case. Known for his ability to navigate complex legal battles, his involvement signals that this lawsuit will not be taken lightly, but questions remain about how he plans to prove allegations that are over 2 decades old and involve two of the most influential figures in the music industry. As Buzbee prepares to present his case, the public is left wondering, how will the legal system balance the plaintiff's claims against the denials from Jay-Z and Diddy? And what does this case mean for broader discussions around accountability and power? Up next, we'll dive into the legal context and what makes this case different from a criminal proceeding. Don't go anywhere. To understand this case fully, it's important to highlight the difference between civil and criminal proceedings. Civil cases like this one focus on seeking damages or compensation for harm rather than criminal punishment. The burden of proof is lower in civil court, requiring a preponderance of evidence rather than beyond a reasonable doubt. The decision to file this as a civil case has sparked debate, with some questioning why criminal charges weren't pursued. The plaintiff's legal team has emphasized that civil litigation allows for accountability and a chance for the plaintiff to share her story in a structured legal forum. With such serious allegations involving two high-profile individuals, this case will undoubtedly draw significant attention to how these types of claims are handled in civil court. Both Jay-Z and Sean Combs deny the allegations, and the legal process will ultimately determine how this case unfolds. As this story develops, it serves as a reminder of the complexities involved in pursuing justice, especially when power and influence are part of the equation. For now, the world is watching, and we'll keep you updated on every step of this unfolding legal battle. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe for more.